This is High Power 102.7 FM, the pride of the people.
The time is 12 o'clock. Good afternoon, here's iPower 102.7 FM Media News. I am Inioluwa Adekoya. First, the headlines. Eminent Nigerians call for peace amid Eid al-Fitr celebration. Nigeria, UK seal a new strategic deal. On the foreign scenes, Stockholm predicts security risk in Africa. And in sports, Tinubu spotlights Joshua, Saka and Eze in the United Kingdom. Details of this and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Glad to have you back, and now the news in detail. Eminent Nigerians, including the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, governors, Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Professor Inioluwa, and monarchs have called for unity, peace, and sustained prayers for the national development as Muslims celebrate Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of the holy month of Ramadan. In a solemn message signed by its Special Advisor, Media and Publicity, Musa Krishi Abbas, said divine intervention through prayers remain a major reason for the country's unity, peace, and stability, while he attributed as a divine arrangement the coincidence of the Ramadan and the Lent observation by the various faithfuls. It should be recalled that the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar, on Wednesday declared Friday as Eid and the first day of the new month, which marks the end of the holy month, when Muslims all over the world will troop to the prayer grounds to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. Away from that story, the United Kingdom Prime Minister Keir Starmer said Nigeria has sealed a new export agreement with the UK, as both countries are committed to taking the economic partnership to another level. Starmer made this disclosure during a bilateral meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the 10 Downing Street on the second day of the Nigerian leader's historic state visit to Britain. Meanwhile, Tinubu in his remarks revealed that Nigeria is currently undergoing very strong reforms of the economy and linked the terrorism challenges facing West Africa to climate change conflict. Moving away from that story, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrived Lagos in the early hours of today, following a two-day historic state visit to the United Kingdom as he joins Muslim faithfuls to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. According to a statement issued by its Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the president, accompanied by his wife Oluremi Tinubu, touched down at the presidential wing of the Muritala Muhammad International Airport at about 1:15 a.m. It was received at the tarmac by the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Femi Amzat, Chief of Staff to the President Femi Gbajabiamila, wife of Lagos State Governor Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, and others, All Progressive Congress APC stalwarts. This media news is coming to you from iPower 102.7 FM in Inioluwa. Still to come on the foreign scene, Stockholm predicts security risk in Africa, and in sports, Tinubu spotlights Joshua, Saka and Eze in the United Kingdom.
Whether you tune in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community update, High Power 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. High Power FM 102.7.
Welcome back. To be part of our program, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok at iPower1027 FM. And now to foreign matters. Stockholm International Peace Research Institute has predicted that African countries may face heightened security risk due to a limited access to modern weapons, as new data shows the continent accounts for a small fraction of global arms import. Figures released by the institute indicated that Africa contributed just 4.5% of global arms imports in 2025 and 2024, compared to Europe's dominant 48.2%. The data published in March 2026 tracks the volume of international transfers of major weapons systems, including sales, military aid, and license production, rather than their financial value. Security analysts further warn that the disparity could weaken the capacity of the African nations to respond effectively to growing threats, including terrorism, insurgency, and transnational crimes. Still on foreign matters, Iran has warned it will show zero restraint if its energy facilities are attacked again after Israel struck the South Pass gas field at Tehran, attacked energy sites across the Gulf. Meanwhile, in the United States, President Donald Trump raised controversy during a meeting with Japan Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi by invoking the 1941 bombing of Pearl Harbor while defending the element of surprise in the Iran attack. However, as the conflict intensifies, there are concerns of a supply disruption which have pushed global oil and gas prices higher, with sharp increases reported across the United Kingdom and Europe. And now to the sporting arena. President Bola Tinubu has referenced prominent sports figure of Nigeria heritage, including Anthony Joshua, Bukayo Saka, and Iberici Eze, and while addressing King Charles III at Windsor Castle, he used their achievements to underscore the deep human and cultural ties between Nigeria and the United Kingdom. Tinubu, while speaking, paid tribute to the significant contributions of Nigerians and those of Nigerian descent to British life, signaling out sport as one of the most visible expressions of that connection. To end the iPower 102.7 FM Media News, let's take another look at the main point. We told you in the course of the bulletin that eminent Nigerians have called for unity, peace, and sustained prayers for national development as Muslims celebrate Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of the holy month of Ramadan. We also informed you that the United Kingdom Prime Minister Keir Starmer said Nigeria has sealed a new export agreement with the UK, as both countries are committed to taking the economic partnership to another level. On the foreign scene, we informed you that Stockholm International Peace Research Institute has predicted that African countries may face heightened security risk due to limited access to modern weapons, as new data shows the continent account for a small fraction of global arms import. And finally, in sports, we informed you that President Bola Tinubu has referenced prominent